Hi, this is Beth Swanson, and I'm here on the homepage of NCL website to show you how I'm going to make a link for our new class available to everyone to use. So the first thing you're going to notice is that I have created a link at the very top of the homepage that says Class of 2020, click here. These forms are required for both the active and provisional members that are coming into 2020. This is like a landing page that we're going to go to that has releases. It has a t-shirt order form. It has the information in regard to how much they have to pay. And instead of trying to make a really long welcome letter that's kind of hard to read, I just put it on one page so it's a lot easier to access. So you just go ahead and click here. Then you're going to go to the landing page of all the things that we want them to do. And I've broken it down to just basically be 8 things, from 1 to 8. So we're asking them to upload a picture of themselves with their daughter. We want them to enter their address and phone numbers. We want them to save that, and that's their NCL profile page. Then we have them just do a couple other housekeeping things, including RSVP to the Provisional Member Workshop, which I'm clicking on, and it's just a link to an evite that I made, and they can say yes or no to that. They can complete their NCL registration forms, and the nice thing about these forms is that they're through ChapterWeb, and ChapterWeb keeps a copy of the data in their files. And most of these forms we need to have our entire membership do every year, including the annual patroness agreement form, the TikToker agreement form, and code of conduct. And also the hold harmless agreements, both for form part 1 and part 2. Those need to be completed according to the terms of their agreement every year. So we need to get our members used to doing this online and keep track of who has and hasn't done these. So I'm going to show you that on another video. So then you'll see that they need to order their class t-shirt, which we have in another Google form. And I also included a little slideshow if you want to see it. It takes the new member through what NCL looks like in the first 12 months in under 2 minutes, which is key. If they don't want to see this, they can keep moving forward with the form. I just did that because it's fun. And they'll click on their name, whoever they are, and their email address, and then they'll pick their size of t-shirt for their daughter. So let's just say she's an extra large youth, and then the mom picks her shirt. I would say a large just for shrinkage, and then they'll click submit, and then the person submitting the form will get a copy of their order, and we will too, and we can keep track of who said what. Okay, going back to that form again, we have a job preference form that's just exactly the same as that last form. It's another Google Doc that helps members understand what jobs we offer and gives us an idea of what they would be happy in. So they just have to type their name and their email address and then continue with the form. If they want to give us a short bio on their work history, let's just say they use words like CPA, and we go, yes, because we can put them as treasurer someday, not the first year. But these are just generally the kinds of work we have in NCL. Website, social media, Excel, and Word sounds like VP of Communications. Working with the girls as a leader or support person is a TikToker, GLAD, or event person. Event planning, and we say support person, so that doesn't sound so scary to someone that's just coming on board. Working with the moms as a leader or a support person, that's somebody that wants to be in leadership. We want to identify those people early. And then solving problems, finding common ground between groups, those would be membership people. Bookkeeping, financial statements, and paperwork, that would be a treasurer. And teaching and training adults, we like to identify those early for leadership jobs. And then finally, of course, working with our volunteer coordinators. So I don't have any required fields. They can just click forward if nothing like that appeals to them. Then we ask them about GLAD jobs, and then finally we ask them about events. The only event the 7th grade class does is mini convention. So we just tell them what mini convention is. For us, it's like a job training expo, and then ask them their level of interest. What we try to do with these forms is not give them the option to say no, because that type of information is very, it clogs the works when you're trying to see who does want to do a job. So we just ask them what they do want to do, not what they don't want to do. And then they click submit. Again, this form is set up so a copy of their responses goes to their email and a copy goes to our email, so we can keep track of who completed the form and then review those answers later. Okay, going back to the page that we were showing you, the last part is the dues. And one of the things that we found out real quickly is that we have such a variety of different kinds of members that it's just impossible to say exactly how much to pay, because we have some moms that are active moms that are bringing in twins. We have moms that are new moms bringing in twins. We have a mom that's a sustainer bringing in twins. It's too many choices to make it so instead of us trying to do a specific email to each person and figure out what they exactly owe, we created 3 different kinds of memberships. So if you're a new patroness and you have 1 TikToker, you pay $330. If you have 2 class of 2020 TikTokers, it's $510. And what if you have 2 TikTokers, but one is a 2020 and one's a 2019? Well, we have to add in $25 per year missed in NCL for their senior savings fund. So that creates a whole nother level. The sustainer and then the current patroness. So we're just making it very easy. You'll know exactly who you are when you look at this chart. And then at the bottom, I break it out on a per person basis, what each fee is, so they can double check and make sure that they're on the right track. So that's all they have to do. They'll just have to pick out how much they owe, let's say $330, and then mail it to the mailing address on the form. We fully expect that people won't do all of these things, but we did want to give them a one-stop place that was on the web where they could just click back to and refer to it as they go through, and hopefully get all this done before the end of February. So we basically give them 2 weeks. So that's it. I hope you if you have any questions, you'll email me at beth.swanson@hotmail.com.